Everybody, once again to the Uncensored Truth Podcast. I am Brother Old God, the owner and CEO of Hip Hop Uncensored. Sitting beside me is my co-host.
What it do? Was good, everybody out there? SamAnt Viral Hip Hop News. You were in the building on Monday night. The Uncensored Truth Podcast was good. Oh God,
was good, man. We back in the building.
Yes, sir.
Once again, it feels good to be back here once again, man. And we're going to give y'all the news as we always do.
Yes.
You know, we hold no punches over here, but this one actually touched me today because I actually was just last summer visiting Puerto Rico, man, and I just fell in love with the people, the culture, and definitely the food. They had a natural disaster, a hurricane that from just looking on TV, hearing from people, family and stuff like that is real bad, down there. So, but Akon, as we know, Akon, who has been instrumental in helping people in Africa get running water, power.
Yeah.
I mean, just doing huge things, posted today. Somebody actually sent this to me. Shout out to my man, Ra Kepper, Comedic Wear. He actually sent this to me today. And I want to play this clip of Akon, talking about him actually trying to restore power to Puerto Rico, and that actually, that request being denied. So let me pull this up on the screen right here. We'll get right to this. Akon.
Yes, sir.
Written about the success of your solar power, bringing solar power to 14 different countries in Africa. I think our president could use a couple pointers on how to turn the lights back on in Puerto Rico. You got any tips for him?
Well, we actually presented a program for Puerto Rico and we got rejected.
Oh. Well, are you surprised by that?
We had the solution for Puerto Rico. We would have power up in less than 30 days.
Unbelievable.
And they rejected it. So.
Well, do you think that has anything to do with
it's politics, propaganda, and special interests? They didn't care about the people. They would allow us to go in and just, provide the solution. But I think it was bigger than numbers. I think.
Wow. So we hear Akon saying almost Kanye-esque. They don't care about the people. Now, before I let you go, and Sam, Donald Trump said a couple rude things that was criticized, by about Puerto Rico and the people in Puerto Rico. And I know, personally, people, who had a lot of negative things to say, and people, one of the other big criticisms is that, like how Florida gets hit, they said Puerto Rico didn't get the same type of aid down there like other places in the United States, because Puerto Rico is part of the United States, whether we believe it or not. We know it's far and everything, but they're part of the U.S. and they didn't get aid like that. And it's still to this day, people without power running water and stuff like that. And before I turn the microphone over, I got to salute Fat Joe and, a lot of rappers. I think even Jay-Z, Beyonce, all of them came together and got a plane and, was taking a lot of supplies down there, to the people. And, it just sucks to see that Akon came out and said, look, I brought a plan to them to restore the power within 30 days and they rejected it, man. What did this say about America, man? This is crazy.
It's definitely, well, I mean, it's crazy and it ain't. We shouldn't really be surprised because they have, with the snap of their finger, the ability to change a lot of situations in Puerto Rico. They had a lot of opportunity to change situations with Katrina in Louisiana, Houston with their hurricane situation. We reported the news on that earlier last year. And it just goes to show you that they really don't care outside of Florida. To be perfectly honest with you, you see a destination in Puerto Rico where it's just predominantly people of color, a beautiful vacation area, but not an area where there's real natural resource for them to lose any substantial kind of financial gain. So they deal with it when they deal with it. They could easily take care of it. And it's sad to see that a brother like Akon, who just merely wants to help and donate and give his coin to a situation that's dire for a lot of people. You see Puerto Rico's suicide rate has been up substantially since the hurricane dropped. People out there depressed, hurt, not knowing what's going on. And you have someone just openly willing to give their love and donation just strictly off the strength. And you have people telling them no. That just goes to show you that they don't care enough to even offer the aid that's going to go into putting the effort into building Puerto Rico back up, because with his money, it would take people to go out there, maybe your National Guard in various situations, where have you, to really aid in getting that back to where it needs to go. And America just don't give a fuck. They don't want to even offer the aid and the time.
Well, I mean, Akon, I mean, and it's one thing for anybody to jump up and say, like, for instance, for Fat Joe said he wanted to, but this is somebody, we talk about Akon, he has a whole organization called Akon Light in Africa. And on his website, when you go to it, he has some key figures about what they've done in Africa already.
Right.
15 countries of operation, 480 communities covered, 100,000 solar street lamps, 1,200 solar microgrids, 102,000 solar domestic kits, 75,000 per village on average. And they created right now 5,500 indirect jobs created. And this is just touching on the surface. So this is somebody who went into an area and bought an economy.
Right.
He's pretty much building up a small nation, gave them running water, gave them power, and gave them hope for one. And he has the tools and the capabilities to do it. And you tell him no, it has to be an agenda behind this, why they're not going down there to help the people, man. And this is what I talk about when we talk about, we're gonna get into it at the end, the Childish Gambino video. This is what's going on in America. It's a lot of stuff that's being sugarcoated, but even with the whole Kanye stuff and everything, it was a lot of people saying nobody's talking about what's going on in Puerto Rico. It's people rioting in the streets, but we talking about what Kanye's saying. So we know we're gonna always talk about the real shit over here.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, but it's just, to me, when I seen the video, I'm like, wow, we gotta do a segment on it, man. So shout out to Akon and shame on whoever shot down his deal, whoever's in charge.
Well, I mean, it just goes to show you that one, they had no jurisdiction in Africa, so they couldn't stop what he was doing. I think he's a national resident of Africa, if I'm not mistaken, right? He's not a citizen of America; he's a citizen of Africa. He can do what he wants out there with his people and his country. And thank God for this, new day and age we are in the internet, to where we can see that firsthand and go, damn, like he's really out here making moves. Who would have thought Akon would be out here doing these kind of things before we really knew the true what he's really got going on, out here in this game. And it goes to show you that maybe the higher ups don't want him to have that kind of power, because with money comes serious power. And if he were to know that we were to know that he changed the situation in Africa, now he would have changed the situation with a snap of a finger in Puerto Rico. When you see your pit bulls offering aid, and like you said, the Fat Joes and the Jay-Z's offering aid, but with a snap of a finger, this brother changes the situation. There's a level of power that will come with that. And we all know what happens when you start seeing darker skinned people get power. They automatically get taken out. So they wanted to probably nip that in the ass prior to it even beginning to happen. And like we said, it doesn't really matter about the money, because they have the money to do it. It's just they don't give a fuck about the aid, and they don't want that brother to have power. No way.
Right. And then if he starts going and helping too many people, then again, it's a trend. Now, he starts gaining, and then, he got power, like you said.
Yeah, man.
And this goes to everything that everybody always complains about in this country.
Yeah,
it's the same old thing, even with New Orleans, with that whole situation. They weren't getting the aid down there, and we know about that. I mean, we were young back then with the whole George Bush thing, but still.
Katrina, I mean, Kanye, George Bush don't care about black people. That was that infamous telethon when he was on there with Mike Myers, and he went in about it. The hurt was in his face. We all seen it kind of firsthand. That was just the start of the beginning of the internet and social media, the way it started popping off, honestly, about 2004, if I'm not mistaken, Hurricane Katrina. But it was just such a polarizing time at that time. And we seen like that firsthand, like, they don't care. They could have put money into the levees to keep them raising to avoid a Katrina altogether, but they just lacked and didn't care about it early on, to where they knew a situation like this could happen, and they just showed you firsthand in plain sight that they don't. But it doesn't change anything. It hasn't changed anything. You have a dude in office right now, like I said, that merely ran his campaign on hate-driven a campaign, or PI, kind of campaign driven, and he won. You know what I mean? And a lot of politicians and political people were up in arms about that. But it just goes to show you the climate in our society. You got people out here wishing and hoping that Oprah Winfrey runs. Think about that. Like, where are we at as a society where you want Oprah Winfrey as the president to subside Donald Trump? Like, what is really going on out here? And it doesn't matter who's in the political throne. Right. At the end of the day, if you got people out here running it, does it really matter? It is another topic for another day. On the Uncensored True podcast here with SamAnt. Oh God.
Yes. And make sure you share this video. I want to give a shout out to my man Darren Marion over there at Darren's Coffee right now. The description will be, the link will be in the description, but a little back with them. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, man. I want to give a shout out to Nico, Baby Boy 120 for life. If you don't know the movement, you gotta ask somebody. We got some big shit coming soon. My girl Vanessa, my brother Angel over at One Love Tattoo, 17 East Landis Ave in Vineland. They have an official opening date. May
stopping
11th.
me besides I
It is
come
going
from
down
poverty
2018. One
and
Love
never
Tattoo
seen
Art
a
Gallery
man
will be
love my
open. We're
mother
going live
properly.
from the art gallery on Friday, this Friday to be exact. Our podcast there. We're gonna have a live
It's
hip-hop
stopping me besides I come from poverty.
Went through the art
Never
gallery
seen
already.
a man
We'll let
love
Thing
my
talk
mother
about that.
properly.
Real
I grew up
dope
quick.
people,
I guess
dope
these
energy.
streets did a
We'll be
lot to
shooting
me.
there.
I was serving
Probably
the
on the weekend, man.
babysitters who
We'll
was
set up a
watching
relationship
me.
over there, but we're excited
I be
about that.
thinking
Shout
about
out to
that
my
shit.
family over there at One Love Tattoo Podcast, Viral Hip Hop News Uncensored. The official YouTube page is coming real soon.
Yes.
We're gonna do some dangerous things out here, man. Haters beware.
Yes,
We
sir.
win it.
We out.
Peace.
Peace.